Good morning, guys. So day 3 of my tonsil surgery. So I didn't work on a dress at all the other day. I didn't do it. So I'm now just starting to put the zipper in the dress. I didn't do any of the work the other day. I was like, you know what, just let me rest and I'll get back to it later. So now I'm starting to put the zipper into the back of the dress, and I am starting to add the rest of the ruffles up around the dress. So I'm starting to assemble more of the ruffles around the 3D stuff around the top of the dress. So I'm starting to sew that down. So that's what I'm doing, getting all of that done, and I have to clean up the thread. That'd be the one thing when you're doing all this sewing. You having all this loose thread. I be having to go back, and you got to do a lot of cleanup. So I am starting to assemble more of the stuff up here to the dress, and I have to do some alterations down here. I'm gonna bring this up, so I'm trying to do it while the back of the dress is still open. It makes it easier to maneuver versus me closing, putting the zipper in. Now you got to move the zipper back to keep the zipper from, keep you from sewing the fabric together, I would say. Yeah. So overall, I am doing way better than expected. Like I said, they expected me to be in a nice amount of pain. So through the grace of God, that pain I have not experienced. So I am so grateful to say that if there's anybody in my age group that needs to get a tonsillectomy, and I know everybody pain tolerance is different, so I'm just going to say that I have not experienced that pain like that. Like the only thing I said, I was kind of out of it, and I say like my pain level was like a 5, but not at all how they predicted the pain that I was going to be in. So I am very grateful. But I know your mind is powerful. So I believe in manifestation. So if you believe that you're going to be in a whole lot of pain, then you're going to be in a whole lot of pain. So our mind is very powerful. So I try to think positive and the outcome can be better. But if you start thinking and getting all scared and getting all negative, then I think that you can kind of predict that. So I am just, because I'm not going to lie, the doctors were scaring me. I almost was at the point where I was like, do I really want to go through this? This pain and this and that and that. But to constantly have those infections was like, I'm tired of having infections. I got to the point where I got sick and tired of having infections back to back to back, back to back to back, back to back to back. So I constantly was having these infections. So to finally be able to say, hey, if you get your tonsils taken out, you won't have these form of infections no more. So then I was on board to, hey, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get my tonsils taken out. Let me make sure what I'm doing is correct, because a lot of times you be talking and running off your mouth, and sometimes I have sewn the zipper on backwards from running off at the mouth and not paying attention to what I'm doing. So I got to make sure that I'm going to put the zipper on right. I got one side on, and now I want to make sure that I'm putting the zipper on to the dress the right way, because sometimes you running off at the mouth. Sometimes you running off at the mouth, you can be doing it the wrong way. So that's what I'm trying to make sure that I'm lining it up right, putting it in the right place. I'm not doing it wrong. So that's what I'm trying to do. Make sure that I'm putting it in the right place. So that's what I am doing at this moment, making sure that this is in the right place. And I see I have to go in and do some alterations because something is off, but I'll take that loose and fix it. So yes, so I am working behind the scenes on this dress, and I hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday. I started the steroids. So what the steroids is going to do is going to shrink the tissues in the back of my throat, because like after they take your tonsils out, they cut them, then they cauterize it, meaning they burn it. So all back there is swollen and stuff like that. So if somebody wonder, like, what does it feel like in your throat? Like, your tongue feels way more heavier than what it was, because they pull your tongue out and pin it down. So my tongue is sore, almost like if you bit your tongue. So the back of my mouth feels thicker. You know how some people have a thick tongue. So it feels like I have a thick tongue, yeah, in the back of my throat. And then I noticed too, like, the more I talk, then I realize that I experience a little bit more pain. So I try not to talk so much. So other than that, day 3, I started the steroids. I am doing really well. And I'm just grateful that finally that I got all of this behind me, because always having these infections and have to go to the doctor and get antibiotics. I'm just glad now. He said I might get a sore throat every now and again, but it'll never be to the point where I would have to go and seek medical attention. That won't happen again. So I am very grateful that I won't have to do that again. I won't have to seek medical attention anymore. Cause yeah, all that'll be cared for. I won't have to worry about that no more. So good. That is real good. So I'm excited about that. I won't have to do that. So guys, I want to ask y'all something. Back in the day, if y'all parents was like this, like back in the day. Okay, so back in the day, when I was a little girl, like if we have Thanksgiving, and say for instance, we might have Thanksgiving at my auntie's house or somewhere, right? And you know, them aunties that when it's not their kids, they really don't know how much you eat. So aunties have the tendency to put a lot of food on your plate, right? And your mama might come along and auntie done made you this plate, and she put a whole lot of food on it, and she be like, you better eat all this food. Because back then, from my era, and I remember being about 5, and auntie will make your plate like you a grown man. Put everything on your plate. Auntie won't ask you what you like, what you don't like, and they will fix your plate like a grown man and tell you, if you don't eat this food on your plate, you're going to get your ass beat. So they will fix you, overload your plate with all this food, and then you will get threatened that if you do not eat this food, you're going to get a ass whooping. And sometimes your grandparents might come in, or your mother might come and save you from auntie and say, no, you know what? She don't eat that. She don't eat Brussels sprouts, or she don't like greens, because auntie ain't going to ask you what you like. Auntie just going to put that on your plate and tell you to eat it. And if you don't eat it, you're going to get your ass whooped. So that is the back in my generation, okay? That's how we used to get plates made, and with no care. So me moving forward, like when I have dinners, I would tell the parent to that kid, because I don't know what your kid eat. Hey, you make your baby plate. Therefore, I'm not putting something on your child's plate that your baby don't eat or your baby don't like. So if you make your baby plate, you the mama, you know how your child eat. And it go from there, okay? So I'm bringing up this story to say, because I had an incident, and I know she's going to flip a wig that the fact that I'm even talking about this situation, because she always say, why do you talk about certain stuff on your platform, and why do you say this, and why do you say that? So I told her, I talk about things that bothers me. You know, I'm used to therapy. So I talk about things that bother me, and it's no dagger to you. You know, I talk about things that bother me. So you have the option to listen, not listen, dial in, dial out. But nobody knows who I'm talking about. People don't personally know me. They don't, honestly, don't care. You know, we just having a dialogue. And y'all told me before, it's okay if we talk about certain things or whatever. So, y'all know I got my tonsil surgery. And there's a lot of things with having tonsil surgeries I cannot eat. So I'm on a soft food diet for 14 days. They tell you do soft foods for 14 days. So that's why I'm on a soft food diet for 14 days. And I will say, the potato soup and the soups and stuff like that, to be honest, is not fulfilling for me, because I'm used to eating something probably a little bit more than that. So I guess that's what the doctor was saying. You're going to need some protein, because he probably knew like these soups and stuff ain't going to create that hunger craving that I'm getting. So I wind up being hungrier just with these potato soups and stuff like that. So one of my good friends, you know, I was talking and stuff. And mind you, let me say this, because I think she was thinking like I'm ungrateful. Let me tell y'all this. I am very blessed to have good friends that care about me. When I'm having surgery and when I'm sick, they will order me stuff, buy me things, have it sent to me. And I truly, honest to God, appreciate all of that. I'm never ungrateful. So anything that any of my friends do for me, they buy for me, they give to me, especially when I'm sick, because my friends know I have a lot of anxiety and I'm not really a person that go outside. So if I can avoid the grocery stores or any of this, I will. So the people that's close to me, they kind of know that. So they'll look and see, you know, or talk to me about, okay, this, that, and that. So my friend, she knew I wasn't getting full off of the stuff I was eating. So she did a grocery list and she ordered some stuff. And she was sending it. So she wound up sending me like a screenshot of what was coming. So all I did was look at some of the screenshot. And I looked and I saw she had some type of barbecue on there. Barbecue pork, pulled pork or whatever. And I said to her, I said, oh, you know my tonsils just came out. Spicy foods and stuff like that, I can't have that. I was like, so if you can take that off, I'm not going to be able to eat that. So I'm more or less worried about stuff I can eat for the 14 days, not something I can eat in the future. I'm more or less worried about right now for these 14 days, the stuff that I can have for me to try to get full, because I'm still feeling hungry and all the medicine that I'm on is probably eating the food up. So she got so mad at me and told me I'm ungrateful. And she do a lot for me and I'm unappreciating. And I'm like, how am I ungrateful and unappreciated? All I'm telling you is that, sweetie, I just had my tonsils out. I can't eat that. And why would I let you spend your money on something that I'm not going to be able to eat? But then I got to give it away. That's money that's wasting. You just put it in a list. If you can, cancel it, because I'm not able to eat it. I don't want you to waste your money. And then if you would talk to me, I tell my friends, I don't like surprises. I don't like surprises. So you can't assume that I'm going to like something or I'm going to eat something. Like there's a lot of things people just don't eat. So if one of my friends sick, I'm going to buy something. I'm going to say, hey, do you like this? Can you eat this? Would you like this? I'm not going to send you something and be like, oh, because, you know, I'm on a soft diet. So say, for instance, I don't like peas, but I eat green beans. But of course, y'all know right now I can't have green beans. I want somebody to say, oh, I'm going to buy you these peas. because you on a soft diet and it ain't what you want, it's what you need to have. You eat these peas. No, I wouldn't do that. I would ask them, what would you like that you would eat that you can have, and I'll get that for you. I wouldn't try to surprise you and get something that you're probably not going to like, or you're probably not going to eat. I don't like to waste food. So she goes, well, you always complain. Sit down, babe. She said, you always complain. I get stuff from you. You ungrateful and you complain. I said, sweetie, I'm not complaining. So let me give y'all an example. Me and my girlfriend, I was out in Illinois, and I had never had lamb chops before. And my girlfriend eat them all the time. And I wanted to try them, but I never had them, and I know how expensive lamb chops can be. So my one girlfriend was at the restaurant, and I never had it. She said, you know what? I want to buy you lamb chops. And regardless if you like them or whatever, it don't matter. I'm going to buy them. Just try them out and tell me what you think or whatever. So my girlfriend bought me these lamb chops from this place. Mind you, I got high blood pressure. So the way that the cooks prepared the lamb chop, they was very salty. So my girlfriend say, do you like the lamb chops? And I said, no, they was very salty. And them lamb chops cost her about 45 to 50 bucks. She said, okay, then we'll get you something else. She did not get mad at me because I didn't like the lamb chops. She knew that there's a possibility I might like them and might not. But I told her, I said, I'm going to take them home and rinse them and recook them. So when I took them home, rinsed them and recooked them and put them in teriyaki sauce, then I liked them. It's just that the way that cook prepared the lamb chops, they was too salty that I didn't like for my taste bud. So it wasn't me complaining. You have a right to say, I like this, I like that. Like, you can go to KFC and they might get a decent cook and you might like the chicken. You might go to KFC one day, they overcook the chicken. Or you might go to KFC one day, they undercook. That doesn't mean that you're going to stop going to KFC. That means that this particular day, the cook or whoever was cooking did not prepare the meal to your liking. That's not complaining. That's an opinion. Even if I cook for somebody, I might cook something for somebody. And I say, hey, how did you like my food? They might say, I really didn't like the macaronis. It wasn't my taste. I really didn't like your pot roast. I can't get mad at you for not liking it. Everybody have a different taste bud. So I'm going to say, okay. So if I know you don't like that, maybe I can make you something different. Or I won't offer you that no more. But it's not me being ungrateful. You just wasn't thinking, and I appreciate everything you do, but you just wasn't thinking when you bought it, and you make everything about you and turns it into an argument just for me to say, hey, sweetie, take the barbecue off. Remember, my tonsils is out, all the back of my throat. When they take your tonsils out, they take them out, they cut them out, then they cauterize. So all in the back of my throat is burned. They take that thing and they burn it to prevent you from bleeding and choking to death on your own blood. So the whole back of my throat is raw. So I can't have hot sauce, no spices. Like, I love Pepsi, but I'm not even drinking Pepsi because I know that Pepsi gonna set my throat on fire. I've been drinking juice. I've been drinking water. But I'm like ungrateful. Because I just say, hey, sweetie, take that off. I can't have that. I don't want you to waste your money. But it's like, I feel like I can't have an opinion with her. Like, if you don't like something, everybody had that. Haven't y'all went to a restaurant and y'all might get something and y'all don't like it? That don't mean y'all going to stop going to this restaurant. This particular dish or this particular cook did not prepare to your liking. And you are entitled to an opinion. Is not complaining and is not ungrateful. Everything any of my friends do for me, I am greatly appreciative of everything that they do. All I say is that if you're going to get me something, don't surprise me. Let me know, hey, I'm going to order you something. What would you like? And I can kind of point you in the right direction. But if you go blind turkey and buy me something and not knowing if I like it, then if you ask me, hey, did you like that beef jerky? No, I didn't like it. Oh, you ungrateful. I buy you stuff. No, because you didn't get my opinion on something. So, to set the record and to make everything be okay, I said to her, don't buy me anything else. Do not buy me anything else ever, because I can't even have an opinion when I don't like something. And I'm like, I'm not feeling my best, but I have to argue with you, or for you to say I'm ungrateful. Made me go back to like my auntie and them. They shove food down your throat that you don't want. But we didn't have an option because we was kids. And back then, whatever the aunties and the elders do, it was right. No, it wasn't right. They should have let the mamas fix the plate. And they was forcing us to eat stuff we did not like. And that's how it brought me back to like if I'm a child and she's forcing me and saying I'm ungrateful. I felt like a fucking 5-year-old that I couldn't make an opinion of what I like and what I don't like. And then I'm telling this girl, I appreciate everything you do. And any of my friends, I always say, thank y'all. Thank y'all for all the stuff y'all do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate everything you do. So it's some guys that I know. And they'll be like, oh, you need anything? You want anything? And I'll be like, no, I'm good. And she'd be like, why you didn't let him buy it? I said, girl, you know you can't take money from everybody. Some men, they buy you something, then now they feeling like some people can give from their heart, but some people give from other ways. And women can be like that too. Some women can be nice and give to you, but they not giving to you from a good place. They giving to you, they buy a man something. I like you. I'm buying you this, so you better be nice to me and you better accept this gift. So you can't accept gifts from everybody. So I told her, everybody that get online and say, oh, you want me to buy you something. And some people be living in Minnesota that personally know me. I'll be like, no, I'm good, because I know what comes with it. I know that this guy just not being nice. I used to date him. I know he's just not being nice and say, oh, she's sick. I saw her YouTube video. I'm going to drive her something over there. No, he going to drive me something over here. Then I ain't going to be able to get rid of him because he on a whole nother thing. He don't give a damn about my tonsils. If they fall out through my asshole, he don't give a fuck. So I told her, everybody you can't accept gifts and money from. So you got to know when to draw the line. I said, your mama tell you all gifts ain't good gifts. So I'm not going to be accepting gifts from everybody. Oh, yeah, I'm going to send you something because your tonsils. Oh, come on, killer. Here's my address. Come on over here and send me a case of soup so you can kill me later. No, you can't accept something from everybody, allegedly. And I'm just saying crazy shit, but you can't accept something from everybody. But it's like, I just felt like, damn, I can't even have an opinion if I don't like something. If I cook something for somebody, they say, oh, I didn't like that. I'm not going to be mad. Oh, I ain't never standing over the stove no more. I ain't never doing. You want great. No, you didn't like what I cooked. Or maybe it wasn't to your tasting. And I don't know, but anybody in my circle that have ever did something, even friends that I don't talk to today, I'm very grateful. Gratitude is something that I give to all my friends and people around me. Gratitude is something special in my manifestation that I'm very deep on to be able to tell somebody thank you and I appreciate you, because gratitude and appreciation brings you more. You have to have gratitude, and that's one thing out of anything for anybody, even people that have donated me something from YouTube. I appreciate you guys. And I'm talking about with no screens attached. And I know I probably didn't say that word right. They'll just say, hey, and they'll just donate it. And they have nothing else to say. Meaning that came purely from their heart. They have no intentions. They just, hey, you know what? This lady trying to do her little business. I like her show. I wanted to keep going. This is something to help with your business. And that be the end of it. They don't try to talk to me. They ain't on no funny dunny. It was just strictly a donation and it's over. So anybody that have been there for me, that have helped me in anything from friends to family to everybody. Gratitude is something that I greatly appreciate. So again, to my friend, I totally appreciate everything you do. You have been very good to me, but you have a controlness about you that's just out of this world. That's control, sweetie. You can't control whether I like something or not. That has nothing to do with you and your giving and me being ungrateful. I just at this time can't eat the barbecue. It's too spicy. And then before you buy me something, to assume, don't buy me nothing else. But in the future, you ask a person, do you like this? Do you like that? And you might come to find out that they don't even like that. So it'd be a waste of your money. So I don't like surprises. Don't ever surprise me and buy me nothing, because you could buy me something and I don't like it. And I tell everybody, even my son, Mother's Day. My son personally knows I don't like flowers. I don't like candies. I don't like balloons. I'm not a Valentine's girl. I'm not into none of that. So when Mother's Day came, My son didn't hand it to me because my son know I don't like that. And I even have told his significant other, she used to send me edible arrangements, which that stuff tastes like medicine to me, chocolate candy with, and I personally told her so she don't waste her money, please don't buy me edible arrangements and stuff like that. I don't like it. She said, oh, well, you're going to get what I send you. Okay, well, the shit going to get gave to somebody else. I don't fucking like it. I don't like flowers and stuff. Now, I know y'all see the dead flowers in my house, but a lot of times flowers remind me of funerals. You go to funerals and all these, and I don't know, I'm a traumatic person. I'm still dealing with a lot of anxiety and depression. So a lot of stuff like that, I don't like when people give me bouquets of flowers and candies and gifts and boom. I don't like none of that. So I even would tell a guy that I'm dating, don't buy me roses, don't buy me flowers, don't buy me candy. I'm not a balloon girl. Don't buy me bears. I don't like none of that. And I like for a person to save their money. I'm just a old-fashioned girl. Just, hey, we can have some simple dinner. I don't want all that stuff. I'm not into that. So don't buy it for me. So I would express that. But you'll get some people to know you don't like it, and they do it anyway. So Mother's Day, my son's girlfriend, he come in the house, and she had this huge, big old bear and this big old candy and stuff. And my son didn't hand it to me. She set it down, and my son, we got to leave out of the door. He said, oh, Mama, that's for you. Because my son know I don't like that. And he probably told her, my mama don't like that. And she be like, so what? I'm going to get it for her anyway. She needs to appreciate it. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, is it mean? Because it sit on my dresser for a while. And when my granddaughter come, I'm going to get a bear to my granddaughter. Because I personally don't like it. And I've expressed that. I don't like it. I don't want it. Please don't buy it for me. But I guess that makes you ungrateful. If you tell somebody you personally don't like something and please don't buy it for you, and they do it anyway, I don't know how to respond to that. So other than that, I'm doing great. And any of my friends, anybody have been good to me, have purchased things for me with me being sick and down and just the things that I'm going through. I am totally grateful and appreciate everything you do. But it's not your fault if you buy me something and I don't like the taste. It's not your fault if it's something I don't like. But that's why we communicate. We agree to disagree and say, you know what? I'm not going to buy that for her because she don't like it. So what my son will do in the future, he give me the money. Because he know my mama, I'm very picky and she know that. My mama picky. I ain't going to get that for her. I'm going to give my mama the money. My mama get her own stuff. So with that being said, I appreciate everything you have done. And I know you're going to watch this video and say, well, why did you put that on YouTube? Because I want to. And I'm telling you, I appreciate you. But don't do nothing else for me. You don't have to do anything else for me because I'm tired of feeling like a 5-year-old kid. Like I can't have an opinion to what I like and what I don't like. I'm a grown woman. And I can say what I like and what I don't like, what tastes good, what don't, what I can have, what I can't. It's like I can't have an option or opinion with you. You have control issues, and I don't think you see it. But you guys have a happy Sunday. Thanks for y'all letting me vent. I'm working on this dress. And my pain level is probably at a 3 today. I'm on the steroids now. I'm doing real good just beside this, whatever I'm going through. I'm having a little anxiety from that. From, have to argue about something that I just couldn't have. But you guys have an awesome day. And thanks for listening. Toodles.